Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Homewreckers. This is a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. I just fucking woke up. My name is Callista, and this is...
Hello.
And I'm kind of sick.
Yeah, we're both kind of sick. You're more sick than me.
I think I'm getting more sick. I woke up more sick.
Yeah, I woke up super hot.
I woke up super
not
cold.
Like hot, because I mean, I'm always that.
Oh
That's
my
not
God.
True. But what my cup says it.
Can't talk now, doing hot girl shit.
Yeah.
Love that.
I do want to change that to hot goblin shit.
Yeah, so that way it's like gender friendly.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, what does your gender feel like today?
Bitch, you did that on purpose.
I so did.
Okay. So earlier today, we had an awesome brunch at Good Luck Macbeth. If you're in Reno, it's an awesome theater.
Shout out.
Highly recommend. We'll put the link in the show notes, all that shit.
Right.
So yeah, we had their fancy dress brunch, and I felt literally like the demon from The Fall of the House of Usher, because that's where my outfit came from, where it was a suit on top, a dress on the bottom. I was embodying all things, all genders, everything.
Oh, are you talking about the Grim Reaper?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
But I like to say demon because I wasn't trying to fucking give it away for people who haven't watched.
It's really obvious.
It's fine.
If I could get it within the first episode, you guys definitely would get it in the first 30 seconds. It takes me a while.
Sometimes it does.
Things. Yeah.
But that's because that's how you watch things.
That's true.
You do that on purpose. I had to slide over because I felt like I was really close to you.
That's fine.
And then right now, I feel like a dried up starfish. Yeah. I am so parched. Every part of me. I want to draw. I have creative ideas, but I feel like I'm so dried up from dehydration, but just from exhaustion.
Totally.
That I'm just a starfish. Not a sand dollar, so shut the fuck up, you guys that are like, I need a sand dollar because they're always on the beach drying up. No, I'm a starfish. I don't have the fucking perimeter ring.
Right.
Starfish. There. Dry. Ugh.
So sad. Rest in pieces, starfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. What does your gender feel like currently?
I feel the same way. I feel like instead of a dried up starfish, I would say a dried up houseplant. Because I'm just getting really... Okay, guys, I'm just going to go on a small rant. I'm getting really fucking frustrated at the fact that, what? So suddenly I turn 25 and then my body responds to alcohol differently? That's bullshit. My face feels puffy and swollen. And I'm so dehydrated because I had a lot of champagne. And it wasn't even a lot. Your girl used to be able to drink, And so...
Welcome to the other side.
It fucking sucks. I'm this is so lame and terrible. And, alcohol makes me gain weight. And, there's nothing wrong with that. But, as someone who wants to be leaner and just hasn't had the time to work out and keeps telling yourself, we need to set and make time for, self-care. Because that's really what it is.
I'm not yawning because you're boring.
You're good. I don't care. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like a genderless house plant that's just dried up and really mad about it. She's pissed. I'm the kind of plant that you don't water her for a second earlier than she's used to, and she throws a tantrum. That's the kind of plant I feel like. So yeah, that's what my
hard.
Feels like.
Yeah, it's rough around here right now, you guys.
Yeah,
we have a baby. She is currently 18 days.
I just sniffed in front of the mic, so sorry.
Whatever. Or 16 days old. Okay. And also, let me clear some shit up real fast. I now understand, and I've been making fun of these people, and I really think a lot of people who do not have children make fun of the months a lot. Why do you count your child in months?
Yeah, what does that mean, 18 months?
Yes, what is that? Okay. Now, granted... By the time we get to a year, maybe this will change. Maybe it fucking won't. But I genuinely understand it because I am counting the days for how exhausted I am. That I am dude, I cannot wait till our baby hits 3 months and hopefully she starts sleeping through the night.
Yes.
Hopefully I can take my foot off the gas a little bit and also sleep through the fucking night.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've been counting every day. We're our studio's 2 weeks old. And, and it's the same thing that, I genuinely am filled with so much joy and love and happiness But fuck, I'm exhausted. Just completely exhausted.
Yeah, this morning I told you I woke up and like I woke up and I was just instantly like, dude, I'm so tired of waking up and not feeling rested because it's the kind of tired where like, sure, you can sleep and it doesn't matter what time you put yourself to bed, but you'll wake up and you don't feel like you're rested.
Yeah.
I woke up and my jaw was clenched, and I'm like, I get it. It's just that phase of our life that we're in. It's totally fine.
It hasn't even been a month.
Hasn't even been a month and we're fine. It's just one of those things where like getting used to a new pace and a new place and a new just everything.
And at the same time, we're working through so much past trauma as well,
100%.
where it's like, okay, we are discovering new things about ourselves all the time. And anyone who's been to therapy, who's done trauma work knows that it is exhausting. And right now, every day that we go to work, we are working through past traumas. Last night, the idea that we could only be open 4 days a week fucking blew my mind. That I was like, holy fuck, that's actually an option, that I don't have to tattoo 5 days a week. I can actually spend a day drawing and doing like the stuff that I love, which is running a business, but like not have to be in the studio interacting with like other human beings.
Totally. And I think I told you last night too, something that was crazy to me was like I word for word had said like I'm still trying to get used to existing without someone making me feel guilty for existing.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself has been hard because like I just feel I walk around with so much guilt about like just pointless things, and then us realizing like, wait a second, like we can rest whenever we want. Nothing says we have to be open 5 days a week. If we want to tattoo less so that way we could paint more or even just have some semblance of a work-life balance, then that's fucking fine. We make the rules.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's partly why we're so exhausted.
Yeah.
Partly because we haven't caught up on the level of exhaustion that opening a studio in 1 month, which genuinely felt so long when we were doing it. And now I look back and I'm like, you're an idiot. That was nutso. We haven't caught up on that. And also we were working, we'll continue for a little bit longer to work essentially double time because we were making up for the appointments that had to get pushed back when we were waiting for the health department.
Totally.
And it's hard when you do that because we both book out so far and people still want to come in as quickly as possible. And we are both recovering people pleasers. So we then were like, okay, we'll just double stack days. Yeah. And so, we're still working through that. But our baby is, I think by the time this comes out, like 18 days old. We're stoked. We love her and she's perfect and beautiful. Perfect. And every time I see people taking pictures, I'm so excited. So I imagine this is what like a newborn fucking parent feels like.
Totally. When I went to go and get my hair done and dye it green, I showed the hairstylist like the color of green that I wanted. I'm like, yeah, well, we just opened a studio. Like I want my hair green so that way it matches. And I felt like I was showing a picture of my baby. Yeah. And that's like so cool. But yeah, so here we are catching up on podcast episodes. Yeah. We are doing our best. We're holding on. We're strong queer people that can fucking handle it. If that's the queer audacity that we have, it's the queer audacity of keeping on. So.
And that being said, I thought it would be funny because I saw this little reel where it said 10 questions that will help you fall in love all over again. And seeing as we are brand new parents to a 2-week-old business, I thought it would be fun. It's also been a second since we've done some cute questions. Now, to be completely transparent with this, I do games and questions the same way that I do movie trailers. I will watch the first 15 to 20 seconds of a movie trailer, and the moment it seems interesting, I turn it the fuck off because I believe that they give entirely too much away. So that being said, I read the very first question, and then I said, fuck it, let's go.
And I don't know any.
So I don't know anything beyond that. We have one question to go off, and I decided this list is perfect.
Perfect. I'm so ready.
So it could be horrible.
That's
okay, so these are the questions to help us fall back in love again.
Okay. After having a kid?
After having a kid. Okay. Where is your happy place?
My happy place? This is cute. I would say my happy place is probably our friend Cole and Rachel's house.
Oh, yeah.
It's so magical. I love that house. They call it Grandma Anna's house, right? And it is in Washington. And not only is Washington fucking stunning and beautiful, but like our friends are stunning and beautiful. And they provide such a safe place. And we just have such beautiful memories there, and I feel like part of it obviously is because of how gorgeous our friends are, but a lot of it also is too is we are physically removed from work.
Yeah, we've been talking about that like we need to go up and visit because when we visit them, we always come back feeling completely recharged.
So recharged and refreshed.
And like, yeah, it's really funny because we sleep in this like pretty small. I'm used to a king size bed, so anything smaller than a king. I'm not insulting our bedroom there, but like we share the bed there. But I come back and I'm like, dude, I slept like a fucking rock.
And a lot of times I'll just sleep on their couch for no reason too. Yeah, and it's so comfy, and they just again, they're beautiful people. Where's your happy place?
My happy place is this sounds so cheesy now. It's well, you know what? I'm not gonna pick the shop. Because that shouldn't count.
That's a given.
So I'm going to say our backyard as of late.
Oh.
Yeah, our backyard as of late has been it. Because we have like the lights around the edges.
Yes.
And I've always wanted those. And then I can just sit out there and like turn the fire pit on and smoke a joint. And just relax. And like, especially now as it starts to get colder, it's my favorite to like bundle up and then have my feet in front of the fire.
That is nice. I love the sound of the fire.
Yes.
The sound of it is the warm glow. Yeah.
And I like being outside, so that's probably it.
It's a good answer. I'm going to move on. What do I do that makes you feel most loved?
Ooh, that's hard. You do a lot of stuff. I should have said that's hard. You fucking don't make me feel loved at all. Like you're a shit friend. It's probably okay, so it's gonna be two things for me. It's the like meeting me where I'm at. So when I'm mad, you get mad with me.
Yeah.
And it like makes me feel so seen and heard. So if I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, you're like, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Like, you know what? The more I think about it, you're right.
Exactly. And it's really interesting because when I was growing up, I was always taught that would just like, if you just, you know, give in, I say that in air quotes, to someone's emotions, it will just amp them up more. And it does the complete opposite. It just like makes me go, okay, I have a right to be upset about this. I am justified. And it like regulates me quicker than anything else. And then the other thing is just you constantly communicate with me. And I think that's that thing that we've discussed it a lot, obviously, because we communicate all fucking time. But that our communication is something that I'm like looking at the camera because I'm avoid looking at you.
I'm starting to
because I'm like, this is an emotional thing.
Misty eyes.
But yeah, like you let me know where you're like, not where you're at in like space and time. Because as rude as this sounds, I don't quite frankly care because I know that you're fine. But you let me know where you are emotionally around things. And then there's always lots of like room for me to speak about things and for you to speak about things. So it makes me feel like no matter what I do, you will love me no matter what.
Totally.
And it's because we've worked on that level of communication that I don't always know. A lot of times I don't know what you're going to say about something. But so it's not this like, oh, I just know you. No, I just know that like you love me for who I am and not for what I can do for you.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
So, okay. Same question back at you. What do I do that makes you feel most hated?
Most hated. Well, you sit outside my door and boo me until I wake up. No, I think, the human emotion one was really good because you do the same thing, but I don't want to steal your answer. I think
that's why I couldn't say Grandma Anna's house.
Totally.
Because I was like, that would fucking be cheating.
I answer so fast. I would say that and this is kind of basically what you said, but in different words. When I'm going through a hard time, you so validate that. Because again, it's the same thing in my household. I have this constant narrative that like nothing is ever that hard and I'm just being a pussy about it. Which is stupid.
Which is, further from the truth.
Yeah. And like when I am going through it or I'm tired or I'm sick, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And that makes me feel really loved because I'm like, wow, you're right. The human experience is valid.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, this human condition, like I am going through it and like it is valid because again, so much chatter in my brain says it's not. That and gosh, I had another one and then I totally fucking forgot. The ADHD is popping off.
Ooh, I know one more. Can I do one more?
Yeah, you can do one more.
You feed me. Look, you guys might be like, okay, whatever. Or like, oh, that's so like weird. No, it takes so many spoons for me to cook. If I'm in a place that I can cook, I fucking love it. I'm like, this is great and fun and colorful. And that time happens maybe twice a year. I'm talking like 2 meals out of the year. The rest of the year, me cooking for myself and feeding myself. I could never fucking have kids because I wouldn't feed them. Mm-hmm. But like I can't handle it, so I'll just simply not eat. And then it'll just get to a point where I'm just like crying on the couch because I'm so hungry. My body doesn't know what to do with itself because I'm literally starving it. And then you'll be like, I want to cook, and then bring me a burger. At fucking 12 o'clock at night.
It is my favorite thing.
It was
to feed
so
people.
good too.
I love feeding people. It's like probably one of my favorite things ever.
Caboose offered to make me a scramble this morning, and I was like, you can't make a scramble. We don't have potatoes. And he's like, we have a potato. And I was like, we don't have a potato.
We ate
like,
that.
Yeah, he's like, wait, we don't have a potato. Also, that sounds weird. We had a potato because he's ordered this like meal kit where he like, they send the food and then he cooks the food type situation because he also struggles with feeding himself and he's trying to get better at that. And I was like, we don't have a potato. And he's like, did you eat the potato?
Dang it.
And the way he said it at me, like I just sat there eating a raw potato. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, Callie cooked the potato and we both ate it.
Yeah.
I was like, and it was delicious.
Yep. Dang it, I didn't know it was part of his meal thing, but it was.
Oh, really whatever. It doesn't matter. He didn't want to cook it anyway.
It was a great potato.
That's why when you were like, oh, there's a potato, I was like, fucking cook it.
Yeah, 100%. You did buy me all that time, and then I forgot my second thing. I remember. It's keeping me accountable, which I appreciate you for that because I know it's a hard conversation to have, but like you tell me to rest when like it's genuinely time to rest, and you reaffirm.
Well, as your boss,
exactly. That's been our key word.
As your boss, I do need you to rest so that way you don't burn out and die.
Yeah, as your boss, I need you to enjoy your weekend because you deserve it. Bitch.
Ooh.
So, there was something else, but no.
Whatever. Not working. It's fine. I just love you more.
You are fucking ridiculous. Don't even fucking start with me. Oh wait, no, I thought of it. Sorry.
I thought we were getting out of it, guys.
No. You support me in any decision that I make, and that makes me feel most loved. Even when you know that it's probably not a good decision, you are still very much like, no, my role in life is just to support you, and if you fall down, then I'll help you when you're down on the ground inevitably and on your face because this is a dumb decision.
I think because to me that's what love mostly is. Like love is
you taught me how to love,
supporting somebody, how to just be like, all right, well, my job is not to tell you what to do in life.
Countless. No, I shouldn't say countless.
There have been quite a few.
An amount.
It's been a long time
of people I've slept with that weren't a good idea.
That's
and
why
we both knew. I cannot say countless.
There have been hundreds.
There is not.
Millions even. It has happened to you too. You just didn't know.
A harlot. Where you're like, dude, this is probably not a good idea, but you don't care. You never express that to me either until I come to that decision. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, I knew that you knew.
I forgot. What does the Bible call them? Is it a harlot?
I don't know.
A Jezebel. That's my new favorite word.
Jezebel.
You Jezebel, you.
Exactly. I'm a Jezebel.
Why'd you say it like that, you fucking weirdo? Okay. 3. What's something you haven't done in a while that you really miss? Oh, this is going to be a hard, painful one. We've been missing a lot of stuff lately.
Been missing a lot. I miss lifting. I miss making art. I'm too tired to even draw. I tried to draw last night. Couldn't do that for me. And I really miss playing instruments. What about you?
Oh, I love when you play instruments.
When I just beat bop around.
She says she's beat bopping around, and it's usually very classical, so it's so fucking pretty. Because if you're anything like me, like live music is a fucking game changer for like every cell in your body. Like I feel like my entire body like just react. Like when we went to that brunch this morning, there was the dude playing the standy-uppy sticky piano thing.
Xylophone.
Yeah, that thing. So like him playing it, not only is there this thing when you watch people play music when they love it, like his joy just radiated and like filled the entire room, but also the way that like my body reacts to live music. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh. If I could just pay you to be like, just play your music, be happy, I would do that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What do you miss?
I miss working out. I miss not feeling super shitty physically and mentally. Yeah. And then I don't know, I have been drawing a little bit more because once again I'm a happy artist, so even though I'm tired, I've been drawing more, so I don't miss that. But I think I just miss I miss having the energy to talk to my friends because
Yeah.
like when we're in this time of stress, I like withdraw into myself. This is when I'm very much reminded that I am an introvert. What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm looking at the next
Oh.
question. Sorry.
So that's what I miss is like having the energy to like call people and talk to people
Yeah.
and catch up. Because right now in this place, if you are not physically in front of me, the typing on my phone at this point just
Yep.
keeps getting lost.
It's
I leave
too
it.
much.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yep.
No, I miss being able to hang out with people too. I just
Mhm.
haven't had the capacity to like actually go out and do stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So, what is your ideal date night?
Ooh, okay. My ideal date night. Okay, now this is where I am not a super romantic person, or I've just been married for too long. I don't fucking know. But my ideal date night is going to be, this is going to sound so silly. You, me, Caboose, Cole, Rachel, and we all go to the movies.
I love that. Is this a friend date?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
It's a friend date. We go to dinner.
Yep.
We have some drinks.
Mhm.
We go to the movies. And then afterwards, we go and like sit around and talk about said movie.
Love that. I love
Because
that.
I love, you know me, I love watching movies. I love that moment when something ridiculous happens and you get to turn and look down the fucking row. Like I like to be on the end so that way I can turn and look at everyone as they're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I love showing
it.
people shitty movies. That's what
You fucking do, and you're a pro at it.
creep.
You are
Anyways,
a connoisseur of
Yes.
garbage films.
I love garbage films. Ideal friend date night. Damn it, you took a really good one.
You're welcome. I'm just a genius.
I'm big on food. If you're a foodie, I probably will get along with you because I really like food. Pasta, particularly pasta. Would love that for a friend date. And
Wait, no. Where are they going? You're saying pasta.
I just want pasta. I don't fucking care. We can go
Oh.
anywhere. I just want pasta.
We should go to Castile's again.
Yes, we should. We should.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want pasta. I like pasta a lot.
You're
and-
making me crave pasta right now.
Yeah, I've been craving it for a minute now. I like pasta. Pasta and I don't know. We need painting. Painting. That's my thing
Oh,
too.
nice.
I love the little like clay canvas situation where they
Oh,
give you
yes.
I fucking love those. Those are so much fun. I love those.
You guys, you're going to know something really funny.
Mm.
She says right now she loves them.
Mhm.
And when we're there doing the like little canvas paintings like, or on the clay pots and cups and shit, nobody's fucking talking. We're all like so silent and so stressed out. It is the funniest fucking like friend gathering. We've done it several times.
Mhm.
And every time we're like, we should do this with more friends. So every time we meet new people, we're like, do you like to paint? Do you want to paint random objects?
Yes.
And then have them fired and then you have a souvenir.
Yep.
But while you're physically there, there's like very few words uttered and it's mostly just fuck. Well,
Yeah.
that didn't work. Well, oh man, that's messed up.
This paint isn't moving the way I want it to.
Yes.
Like-
It's just that. It's fucking. And so I love that you're
I'm like a fucking masochist for like
Yes.
hanging out. Like if it's like hard and challenging, I'm like, yeah.
That's how I feel about like horror movies. Like I want people to like leave with some psychological trauma
Yeah.
to be like, no, I can't lay in bed because
So we
now
can
I'm terrified.
All talk about. I love a horror movie that you can't sleep afterwards.
Yes.
Love that.
That's why Mike Flanagan's my current obsession.
He's mine
because
too.
he keeps hitting every trope where I'm like, do not put stuff underneath the bed, dude. I fucking sleep in a rised up fucking bed.
He takes those tropes and makes them terrifying again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm a small child all over again.
All over again.
Crushing it.
All over again.
Okay, what the fuck? It's
Five.
what's your favorite memory of us?
Oh, this is really good. My favorite memory of us, I have a lot, but the first one that like came to mind
Mhm.
after hearing that was Chicago, and we are biking around everywhere. And I was fucking terrified, by the way. Like when I say we're biking around everywhere, we're in the street. We're with full-grown cars.
Full-grown cars.
Full-grown.
Yes. We
We're
are with
with the-
adult-sized vehicles.
With the vehicles, there is hella traffic, but we are biking fucking everywhere. My feet hurt. Everything is like crazy. I'm not.
Oh, I forgot how
particularly-
bad our feet hurt during that trip.
We walked a lot and we biked
Yeah.
a lot. We did both. We like conquered fucking Chicago. And I'm not a very good biker, typically
You
when I get on a
didn't
bike,
die, therefore you're good at it.
that's true, but I think I've told you this a few times. Every single time I get on a bike, I fall. Like, at least once. And
you
I didn't
fall in Chicago.
No, I didn't, but I did lose my purse. Do you remember that? My purse fell.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to go back and get it.
That was iconic, though. Yeah.
So I didn't
What's
fall.
better than me today dropping cutlery on people?
That's true. I wonder what Brandon's going to think after he listens to this episode.
That I kept dropping cutlery on all the patrons.
Yes, on his friends at Good Luck Macbeth.
Yeah. My skirt was super slippy, and I would laugh because that, I don't remember that fucking theater
Improv?
troupe. Yeah, the improv troupe
Yeah.
that was there today is amazing. We're also going to put the link for them in the show notes because they were fucking hilarious, and I was laughing so hard, and I had snacks.
Yep.
And then I just kept dropping the cutlery because we were up on the top, and it would just like slide right off. Okay, Chicago is so much fun.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
had so much fun. We did walk and bike everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I love going on a bicycle.
It was so much
That's
fun.
one of my least favorite things about Reno is that it's not super bike friendly.
No.
So that for me, like as we look for a more permanent home, that is something that I want to like keep an eye out for is like a bike friendly place.
It's a moment. That's a moment. Biking to
It's
work.
a moment with our shoulders.
It's a moment. Yeah, it's a moment. What
Yeah.
was I gonna say? Dang, I forgot it again. Okay, what's your favorite memory of us?
The first one that came to mind for me was us just like going around England when we were up in the Lake Districts and it was a fucking monsoon and poor Caboose was miserable. Miserable. So to be fair, he did not bring the right shoes and we told him
We did tell him to get wellies.
and he did not. So that's a little bit his own fault, but he was miserable because his feet were cold and wet and like you and I aren't affected by like weather when we're out doing stuff. We're very much just like, this is just life now. So like if it's cold, you're like, well, it's cold. It's okay. Just move around more. But yeah, he is very weather sensitive, especially to damp. He is a Miami boy through and through, not made for damp weather. But we were just like going around finding, I got to show you all sorts of playgrounds. And then we played on the playgrounds and that was so much fun.
Yep.
Because it really, like for me, it like solidified, like showing where I grew up and like places I grew up made me feel really like seen. But also just the fact that like you weren't super unhappy with being wet. You're like, fuck it, this is amazing. Rain's great. And then it also made me appreciate like the magic of the UK and like all of that I grew up of that when I was super little, I was like, this is magical. And then somewhere along the way that got stamped out of me where it was like, okay, well, it's just England, which I think now that I say that out loud, I think that's because when I moved to the States, it was very much like you couldn't like say, oh yeah, I'm from England without people making a really big deal of it. And there's that weird like jealousy of like, oh, well, I'm not from anywhere special. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that England's special. I think everywhere is special and I think everyone's magical. But it made that like myself dampen that down.
Yeah.
And so then to have somebody there that saw the magic I saw as a child was like one of those beautiful, like iconic moments. Like, oh, this is perfect.
I love England. I fucking love it.
Well, I think that's also why you like Washington State because it has the same like climate as England.
Yeah.
Because it's on whatever longitude, whatever the fuck that shit is.
Yeah.
The one that goes around.
Latitude.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Longitude.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking globe scientist. Okay.
Is it? No, I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I genuinely don't know.
If you could take me anywhere right now, where would we go? Oh, speaking of travel. But anywhere.
We could go anywhere. Honestly, I would say we'd go to Grandma Anna's house.
Yeah.
And we'd hang out. And we'd sit by the fire. And we'd watch fucking trash TV. Because we also watch terrible TV up when we visit them as well.
So fast.
That fucking Christmas movie that we watched.
With Lindsay Lohan?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where we go.
It's a good one. I was going to say probably Cheesecake Factory so we could get pasta.
We are just we're gonna order
pasta, but like I don't give a fuck, y'all.
How dare you? I love their 4-cheese pasta. And just so you guys are super clear, we're gonna order it right after we're done here because she keeps mentioning it. And so now I'm obsessed with it. And then this morning I kept thinking about the fact that I really wanted a carby night.
Yeah, not me being like, oh, I should totally like work out and get back on track and eat like all, clean again. But you know what? We're in survival mode. Don't fucking judge me. Yeah.
No one's judging you. Okay.
if you were to write me a love letter, what would the first two lines say?
Okay, if I were to write you a love letter.
Was it your fucking letter?
I'm trying to figure out what 2 lines. Is it like 2 lines or like 2 sentences? I'm too literal.
I think sentences.
Okay.
Because if it's 2 lines, then obviously one line would be, Dear Callista. That's the first line. Second line, what up, bitch?
That's not it. It would probably, oh no, I might cry. It would probably say, words cannot describe how I actually feel. I love you more than anything else in this world. And then that's going to be awful if my husband hears that.
Whatever, caboose. So, it's fine. We've got a bromance. It's okay.
Yeah, we do have a bromance. This bitch is crying. It's great.
Shut up.
Okay, if you were to write me a love letter, what would the first 2 sentences be? I have to say sentences because lines got really confusing.
It would probably be, I don't exactly know how or why I ended up being so lucky in this lifetime for the 2 of us to cross paths, but thank you for making my life my life.
Oh, that was awful. I hated every
really
second of that.
Some people are gonna be like, that was 1 line. It's fine. Fucking relax.
No, that was, you paused. That was 2 sentences.
Thank you.
What are 3 things on your bucket list?
Oh,
we haven't talked about bucket lists in a while.
Oh my God. Well, we've accomplished a lot. We had a child together already.
I know.
3 things on my bucket list. Bucket list item number 1. I want to go to Japan with you. We gotta go to Japan, and I need to eat everything. I need permission to eat everything.
There's so much fun shit. That's why my hashtag when we went there was guys expanding waistline. If you guys want to see my trip to Japan from years ago, that's genuinely the hashtag is guys expanding waistline. There was so much fun shit to eat.
Yeah. Are you joking? The fluffy pancakes, the crepes, the ice cream, the fucking 7-Elevens also have amazing... Okay, I'm going to go off on a tangent.
Also, they have a Universal Studios there, and I don't know why. We just discovered it the other day because your client went, and then Caboose just like randomly, he's like, do you know they have a Universal Studios? So then it popped up on his algorithm, so we have to go because somewhere along the line, and I haven't made peace with it yet, I'm a theme park person. I guess more accurately, we're all theme park people.
I know, right? I never thought I'd be like a Disney adult, but I am through and through. I fucking
so
love
good.
It.
Cars.
Fucking love it.
So
the
good.
Cars ride was so good.
Still have no interest to watch the movie.
It's fine. Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Bucket list number 2. I don't know why this is the first thing that came to mind. My bachelorette party needs to be fucking lit, bitch. I was driving on the way home the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. One day I'm gonna have a ring on this finger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was like, that's so wild. But I want my bachelorette party to be fucking ridiculous and solely just for us. You know?
Well, yeah, because that's the great thing about your bachelorette party is like you get to plan it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
do I know what we're doing? No.
Well, because I think it becomes circumstantial. So like it depends on. We're probably in New Zealand at that point. Mm-hmm. So then if you planned it here, that would be weird.
Right.
Because then you wouldn't be in the correct place. Mm-hmm. And like it could be a case of like we're in New Zealand and then it's like, oh shit, there's hella cheap tickets to Bali.
Totally.
Yeah. And where you're feeling at that point. Because you change a lot with like how you want your trips to go.
I do.
And no, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
No, totally.
That like we didn't think that we would want to do an all-inclusive resort and then we watched White Lotus.
And now I want to do it.
Yep. Okay. I love that. That's a great bucket list.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Number 3, I would like to go camping in Yosemite.
Oh, okay. We should plan that for next year.
I agree. Oh, I also want to go to Canada with our friends. Okay, that's it. What about your 3 bucket list items? 3 or 4?
Okay. So number 1 on my bucket list is I want to go to Ireland, England, and Scotland with you, Cole, and Rachel, and obviously Caboose. So all of us do a big trip because I want you to see the Ireland I saw, because I know you went to Ireland, but for
2
like
days.
48 hours. And I want to take you all to the Cliffs of Moher so I can push everyone off and we can all die together.
That's hilarious.
No.
We're gonna end off on a good note, y'all.
But yes, Ireland's like one of my favorite places on earth. And then I just have not been to Scotland. So it would be nice to like go somewhere new as well.
I want to go to that Scotch, it's not a factory.
Oh my God. And they eat meat, so I can get them to eat Scotch eggs.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Oh, I fucking love a Scotch egg.
Okay.
Hadn't had one in years.
I don't know what a Scotch egg is.
Okay, a Scotch egg.
It's not
Hard-boiled
an
egg.
in Scotland. Okay. Hard boiled?
Yeah.
Like,
I
fully
imagine
hard.
it's Scottish where it's called a Scotch egg. Otherwise, this might be very, like, xenophobic.
I would hope it is, right?
So it's an egg, right? Hard-boiled.
Yeah.
And then now that I say this bitch is going to make it, I just realized that because I'm describing it to her and she's going to be like, that's so easy.
Right.
And then it's covered with meat.
Mm-hmm.
So like a big old meatball that has an egg on the inside. And then it's breaded on the outside. So it's just a giant meatball.
Bet you know my meatballs rock this fucking world. Oh my God.
Well, then that's what I want for my birthday.
Perfect. We'll make Scotch
Or
eggs.
wait, can we have it for Christmas?
Absolutely.
We usually have it at the holidays.
That makes sense.
But yeah, a Scotch egg. They're amazing. They're so
I
good.
gotta do test run before we like serve it for anything.
Oh,
So yeah.
yes.
Totally.
That's it. Okay, so England, Ireland, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
My second one is, this sounds really ridiculous, is that I want our friends to tattoo me. I want Cole and Rachel to both, and Caboose. I really want Caboose to do it. I want them to do tattoos on me.
Little bit afraid of Caboose because I know that he's gonna piss me off. He's gonna be good at it. I'm serious. You know he's gonna be good at it.
Yeah, but I thought about that too because he, is starting a company.
Yeah.
And I know.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Caboose is starting a company. But he did say earlier today, I asked him why he started a company. He's like, well, you did it. And I was like, oh. Thank you. We're over here doing a happy dance. But yeah, I realized that I was like, oh, I've always wanted him to do it and he'll never do it. But I was like, but peer pressure, the two of them will. I know Cole is like down. I think Rachel's a little bit scareder. Yeah. But yeah, that's like on my bucket list is to have like the people, because you tattoo me and like to just collect tattoos from people I love. Mm-hmm. Like that to me seems like the best thing to do.
Totally.
Yeah. So there's that. And then my third one, I feel like mine are really long. You got through yours really quick.
Whatever.
And then my third one is obviously to move to New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the top of my bucket list.
I thought that was a given, so I didn't say it.
But like I've run out of but I don't actually have a bucket list. Like I have stuff I want to do, but like otherwise anything that I want to do, I'm just like, well, fuck it. We just do it.
Yeah, 100%. I will never forget that. That was probably also going into one of my top favorite moments with you was when, hey, would you be interested in going to Iceland? And I was like, yeah, I think I would. And then that night you're like, I got us tickets. And I was like, oh, dope. I don't think it was later that night. It was like 20 minutes later.
It was the next morning.
Oh, it was the next morning.
Because I was like, and do you think you would like maybe be like you'd be down to go during winter time? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then the next morning I was like, hey, I got us tickets for my birthday to go.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Hell yeah. So top 10. What do you love most about us?
I like,
there's so much to hate.
I hate everything about us actually. I think I love our banter. Mm-hmm. I love that like we just hype each other up constantly. So whether that's because we're like mad about something, or like, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. Yeah, who do you want me to fucking cut? Mm-hmm. Or it's because like we play vulnerability chicken. So you share something, I share something.
Yep.
But there's always this like matching, not always. We don't always match energy. Sometimes one of us is more hyper, i.e. me, and someone is really tired, and then they're glaring at me like, bitch, shut up. That was me this morning. I was like, I am on one, and she's in the car like, yes, that's very frustrating. You're right. And so then we got to the brunch, and I was like, drink. Yeah. Drink now. Drink. And then raise that energy. But it's that like meeting in the middle. Yeah. It genuinely feels like I'm always meeting you in the middle. Mm-hmm. And then it's also the fact that we just complement each other really well.
I agree.
So like with the business where I'm like, oh, you're really tired. You don't have the capacity to respond to emails. I can just step in and answer emails and you're not going to be like, I'm a freaking god. You touch your emails. You're just like, oh, thanks, dude. I didn't want to do that.
I just immediately go, thank you so much.
Yeah. And the same thing where like, I don't have to do the shit that I hate doing. Mm-hmm. So it just feels like easy. I guess that's probably what I love about us is it feels easy.
Yes, I agree. Mine's kind of the same thing in different terms. We play a really good round of like life volleyball or like tennis, like tennis is only fun if you play with someone who is the same amount of skill as you are. And if you're playing with someone who has the same amount of like fun as you are, because you can have the same amount of skill, but if you're both not having, like, if one person's taking it a little bit too seriously, it's not fun at that point. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with the tasks. Like, I can trust that if I, like, serve you something, then you got it, serve it back to me, call it good, and keep the flow going. But I can also trust the fact that, like, when we don't feel like fucking playing tennis, we're both like, all right, good game.
Yes.
See you tomorrow. Like, we're just going to chill for the rest of the night. So, yeah,
that's a great way to put that.
Really well. Yeah, totally.
Beautiful. Okay. What is your dream or your biggest dream for us? I'm glad I didn't have to go first because I have no idea how to answer that.
I mean, aside... Okay, you can't say New Zealand because that's like obvious. That's a given. We know that we're moving to New Zealand. Aside from New Zealand, I think my biggest dream for us is for the both of us to have a platform where we can really help people. That's my biggest dream for us, is that, like, we are using our platform for good and not for likes or views. And I get that's part of it, but, like, for the general, like, good impact on people. Yeah. That's my biggest dream for us.
I love that.
Thank you.
To kind of volley off of that a little bit, or to tennis off of it. I don't know what the fuck tennis terms are.
I don't know either. I'm not good at playing tennis.
I would say that it is my biggest dream for us is to continue to grow, like, internally. So that way we learn, like, as part of that platform, we also live by example. So we rest more. We take care of ourselves. We discuss things that need to be discussed. So it is that, like, living what we're teaching.
Yes.
Of, like, hey, like, being able to talk about the hard things, being able to actually live that ourselves, where we're able to, like, work a 4-day work week and take time, like, as artists.
Give
and
people the courage to do that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it is for me, is that it's that as we help others, we are indeed helping ourselves. So. I
love that.
Yeah. Well, do you feel more, it's to fall back in love? Do you feel more in love?
I feel like we've always been in love, in air quotes. We're not actually gay for each other, just so you guys know. We're gay, but not for each other. Just in case people forgot about that.
Those questions promised that they would make us feel that we would fall back in love again.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
And you don't feel like we've fallen back in love?
We're already there, bitch.
No,
what are you
that's
talking
fine.
About? Oh my fucking
fine.
God.
We have a baby together. You don't care about me anymore.
I think about, you know what I think about? My future partner is going to have to be okay with this. This is a non-negotiable. Our friendship is a non-negotiable. And I think about the fact that, like, if my future partner doesn't get along with you, that's not my person. That sounds so cutthroat, but it's the same with the rest of our pod. Same with Caboose.
I feel really bad for that.
Same for Cole. Same for Rachel. If you don't get along with these people, like, we are not going to be together, period, point blank. That's it. Like, sorry.
Yeah, but it does make it really fun for the people that are, like, trying to slide in your DMs.
Oh my God.
That fucking hate me. You guys, it's my fucking favorite. I did not realize that, like, I was so afraid of, like, what if people only want to be my friends to get close to her? And it's happened.
It's happened.
And it's so tasty. It's delicious. It is, like, we get on, like, video chats with Cole and Rachel. You guys hear them all the time. You fucking know who they are. They're famous. They're famous in their own rights, just to be clear. But yeah, I get, like, on with chatting with them, and we are just, like, sipping this delicious tea of this greatness of, like, oh, you hate me, but you don't realize that, like, we are all connected. So it's the same way as, like, if you don't treat her well, I just won't speak to you. Simple as that. Like, I don't give a fuck. I've left jobs because I didn't like the way they fucking treated her. There are people that I just flat out won't speak to at all because of the way they treated her. And so it is a full package. And so I think it's hilarious. But also I think that when you find your person will fit in.
I think so.
Like, they'll just slide right into the group and we'll be like, man, we've always just been a six top.
Isn't that crazy?
Nuts. Yeah. Because it's extra crazy when you think about how, like, how short our time frame with our friends has been.
I know.
When it comes to, like, face-to-face interactions, but how you just know.
These
and that's
are
the thing.
people.
Yeah, that those are people.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's not something you really have to worry about.
No, but I think it's fun to, like, play pretend and worry about it.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah.
You have the council to go through.
They're like, do I need to ask your dad for your hand in marriage?
You
And
have
you're like, oh, fuck.
multiple people, actually.
What are you talking about? They wouldn't have to ask us. We better be planning that shit with them.
You fucking better be. It better not be a fucking surprise to you or to any of the pod.
Yeah,
like,
that would fuck up that's when we'd all just be like, this isn't gonna work.
Totally.
However, I would think it's really sweet if they did come along and they're like, look, I know that we're all connected. I just want this to be a private moment between Calista and myself. And I'd be like, that's adorable. You do need to record it.
Well, that's
She'll
adorable,
want that later.
but like refer to this podcast episode where I say on the fucking podcast that I want my friends to be there, but I want it to be a surprise that they're there. Like when you propose to me, I want all of them, and I hopefully don't say no. I want all of them to come out and surprise me. So we were sharing.
You at the age of 35 being like, what am I, a child
I
bride?
want it to be like a comical, like, this doesn't have to be it. This is where I go unserious.
No,
I want you guys to be in full disguises.
Run me really fast. Run me through your ideal. I see that in air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your proposal. Pitch your proposal to me right now.
My ideal proposal. First of all, never put the ring in champagne. I will drink that shit and choke on it in a heartbeat.
Wait,
not to be trusted.
Yeah, I forgot. Somebody put it in food as well, and you said the same thing. You're like, that would be
I will eat it. I will eat
it out of her poo.
Yeah, literally, it cannot happen. So that's for sure a no for me. But my ideal proposal, truly, I would say honestly, I wouldn't say it's in the middle of dinner either, because, like, I don't want to fucking, like, eat and then worry about when you're asking me if I have food on my face or in my teeth. I would say fancy dinner, go on a walk afterwards, see a cute little view, propose to me. All my friends tear off their wigs and disguises, and they're going, surprise!
Oh, yes. That's right.
And it's all recorded.
I want a mustache.
Exactly, and it's all recorded. Everyone has, like, recordings and stuff.
I love how conventional that is.
Then we get ice cream afterwards.
Yes. Everything's made by ice cream.
It's pretty conventional.
Okay. Run me through what your worst proposal.
Worst proposal. Any holiday. Cannot be my fucking birthday. It cannot be New Year's. It cannot be Christmas. It cannot be fucking your birthday. It can't be fucking Halloween. No holiday. No. Not at all.
Why?
No. Because I want our thing to be separate.
Oh, yeah.
I want our thing to be our own thing. I want that to be the day that, like, I got engaged. I don't want it to be, especially birthdays. That's so fucking corny to me. If you like it, that's A-okay for you.
Everyone has their thing.
Everyone has their thing.
Like
I hate it. Don't fucking do that to me. Food, we've talked about this. I will eat it. I will drink it. I am not very observant. Don't fucking do that to me.
Yeah.
Also, in a group setting where it's very public, and you hear the little ding, 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 and then it's a group announcement and everyone's looking at you. Absolutely fucking not. No.
You just doing the play pretend ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
My stomach just dropped. I was like, oh, I can't. That's terrifying.
Again, I'm going to spend the entire time not even listening to you. I'm going to worry if I look okay, if there's something on my face, if there's something in my teeth, if I look as frightened as I feel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, that's a no for me. And then the other thing is, don't do it in a destination area. Don't do it where we are, like, in, I don't know why, an island situation where we're by the beach. I will lose it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, wait, you're getting very particular now. She's like, just not a destination. We need a fancy dinner.
We can go to Switzerland. Love that. We can go to just not a beach with water and stuff. I'll lose it in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. So.
I love that.
What about you?
Oh, my ideal proposal for the past?
For the past.
My ideal proposal is, okay, this sounds really cheesy, but also you guys know I love the movies.
Yes.
And so it would have for sure, like, if I got to, like, choose a future proposal, like, if Caboose did listen to our podcast and was like, I would like to repropose to my wife, seeing as the last time I did it was okay.
Pointed silence.
Yeah. And just to be very clear, if you haven't proposed, it's a big fucking deal. That is a story. Yeah. That your person will tell for the rest of their life. Yeah. So, like, taking the time to get it right, that day is actually more important than your wedding day. And if you disagree, come for me. I don't give a fuck. Because here's the thing. Nobody fucking talks about their wedding day. That isn't like, this is basically the pissing stick that we all have to be like, oh, well, my proposal was this. So therefore, if you genuinely are like, okay, this, even if they say it doesn't matter, it does. It's the one like super conservative fucking thing that's, or conventional thing that's stuck in our brain, that if you want to get married, you want a dope proposal story that's like perfect for you. So that's one of those, like, if you are a classic in the champagne glass, awesome. But learn what your fucking person's proposal is.
100%. And that's my thing is like, you know me, I'll be a fucking dumbass and drink that shit. 100%.
Yes. So like for you, that's not it. Or and like for us, like for me over dinner, I don't want that shit either. Like I don't want to be in a public like environment. But my ideal proposal, that would be all of us go to the movies, me and my friends. I don't really care if other people are there. It would be way doper if they just rented out the movie theater and didn't tell me. So I thought that I was like, oh my God, you guys, it's just us. And to be very clear, that happens a lot for me in life, that I go to the movies and it will just be myself or maybe one random person. So I don't have to be surprised to be like, oh yes, oh look, my friends just happen to be here. But then they did like a little slideshow like on the big old screen. So fucking cute. And then, you know, it ends with like the, will you marry me? Or in my case, because I am already a married individual, will you remarry me or whatever the fuck thing? Like, will you stay married to me? Whatever the fuck it is.
That's cute.
So,
that's
yeah,
cute.
I think that, and then all my friends would be there. So we'd all be like, oh my God, oh, so cute.
Yep.
Yeah. With like a little like montagey video because I love a montage.
Do you have like absolute no's?
In food for that same fear. For me, it's more of a fear, not that I'm going to eat it. It's A, I'm going to choke on it, and B, I'm going to break my fucking tooth on it.
Yeah.
Also, it's just weird. It's jewelry. I don't want jewelry in your food. That feels weird. I don't like it. I don't want jewelry in anything. Like when those bath bombs that had jewelry in them, freaks me out. That's not where jewelry goes.
Yep.
Just weird. I don't like it. Jewelry doesn't go in things. Weirds me out. I get a little bit weird about it being in a box too. So no, I don't like it. And as you can tell, because I'm not very well adorned besides my permanent piercings.
Yep.
I don't wear jewelry anyway. But otherwise, yeah, I would just say anything public.
Yeah, don't do that.
That sounds awful to me because like I don't want that attention. I want like very safe, like with my friends' attention, but I don't want to be like in public and somebody ask me something. It's why like I love you so much because you will go on that stage and you will do the fucking comedy show and I cannot, but I get so much joy watching somebody I know be up there. But to be up there myself, absolutely, I don't want eyes on me ever.
Don't know how I ended up being the friend who gets volunteered up on stage.
It's amazing. It's my favorite.
I don't hate it. I just think it's funny at this point because I'll do it. But like, I don't want to volunteer myself because you can't be the person to volunteer yourself. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll do it. And
I get
funny every
so
time.
excited when they actually, I get mad at them when I point her out and I'm like, oh my God. I'm pointing this way. You're over there. And I point you out and they're like, I'm not going with the person you pointed out. And then they'll try to choose me and I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I'll be Debbie Downer in a second. I'm not fucking doing that.
100%.
But like, yeah, I think it's way funny when somebody else gets pointed out and then they have to go up on stage. Yeah, anything public, I'm not doing it. Don't propose me that way.
Yeah.
Also by myself, because that's how my proposal was. I was by myself and it was such a huge thing in my life and I know it is hell. Yeah. And it super sucked.
Yeah, that does suck.
And I have like no recording or anything. I like literally, because I got proposed to twice. Once is in a picture that he sent that just says, I think it says, will you? And that's over Google Messenger, or not Google, sorry, Yahoo Messenger, because that's how old we are. And then the second time we had fought all day.
Oh, that's rough.
And because it was the day they were supposed to elope and he just didn't want to. So he avoided it by fighting all day. And then that night he just like put the ring on my finger. And I was like, oh my God, we're in bed. We've been fighting for an entire day. This is really painful. But that's also why you don't get engaged when you're a kid. That being said, I was 24, so I was literally like right behind you. But also my 24 and your 24, not the same thing. Okay, so I guess that's it. That remains what is our... I'm sure that's on the fucking screen.
Oh, well.
So you guys got to figure out our batteries are dying. But what's your win for the week? I got it first this time.
You did. My win for the week is today I haven't felt guilty about not doing work things. And that's
good.
Cool.
It's Sunday. You shouldn't.
That's my win for the week.
That's a great win.
What's your win for the week?
I took a fucking awesome nap after we got back from brunch.
Fuck, dude, that nap hit different.
Yeah, that was, I know that sounds silly because we've had a lot of wins. But that was it. That's all I can think about right now is that, like, I actually woke up and I was like, oh my God, you got to nap.
Yep.
I had a full-blown temper tantrum this morning because I couldn't take a nap.
Yep.
So.
No, that nap was fucking lit.
Yep.
So, yeah, good nap.
All right, perfect. So on that note, we have fallen back in love. Thank you to the random person who posted that reel with those questions.
It was very cute.
That was adorable. And thank you for anyone who made it this far. We love you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed. Don't fuck up your proposals. If you did fuck up your first proposal, you can always do it again.
And tell us.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you have good proposals, tell me because I fucking live for them.
Yeah. And if you have bad ones, tell us. I want to know.
Yep. And if we're okay to share those proposal stories.
Also say that. Yes.
Yes. Because I would love to tell those stories. 100%. Also, because we want to be able to know when we can share stuff. Because we do get a lot of interaction. But I'm never sure, like, if it's okay. So if you start with, like, you can share this. Or please don't share this. That would be awesome.
Yep.
But yeah. So on that note, we love you. Bye.
See ya.